This girl named Emma feels she's unattractive and that no one likes her, so she decides to give her first time to the playboy she's secretly loved for 4 years. Surprisingly, he gets the hint and follows her home without hesitation. The moment they walk in, Dexter can't wait, but Emma suddenly backs out, using a shower as an excuse to hide. Once she calms down, she opens the door, ready to go for it, but Dexter is already getting dressed to leave. Awkward silence. Still, they both sit on the bed. Emma nervously admits she's bad at this and always gets scared at the last second. As a seasoned playboy, Dexter picks up on something deeper. He gently says, "It's okay, we can just be friends." Not what Emma wants to hear, but she agrees anyway. Some feelings are too fragile to risk. That night, they simply fall asleep in each other's arms. No touching, no kissing. Before drifting off, they make a pact. No matter what, they'll meet every year on July 15th, St. Swithin's Day. So begins a 15-year friendship. On their first July 15th after graduation, Emma moves to London chasing a dream of becoming a writer. Dexter heads off to India, chasing freedom and pleasure. Before parting, Dexter predicts she'll one day conquer London with her words. But reality hits hard. A year later, Emma is still unpublished and broke, working at a dull diner. Her days are repetitive, her customers rude. She calls Dexter for comfort, but he's too busy enjoying life. He tells her to hang in there, then quickly hangs up. All she can do is whisper, "I miss you," to the empty phone. Unlike Emma, Dexter comes from money. He travels the world, pretending to teach English, but really just chasing women. By 1991, year 3 of their pact, he's still a player, even flirting with waitresses at Emma's diner. It hurts her, but she keeps it in. All she can do is joke. At just 25, Dexter lands a job at a TV station, while Emma's still stuck in the same diner. Her writing? Going nowhere. The only promotion she gets is to manager. She jokes her hair always smells like cheese and cheap wine. Dexter sees right through her disappointment. He holds her, kisses her forehead, and tells her gently, "Your talent doesn't belong on dinner plates. Quit this job. Start believing again." On July 15th, 1992, Dexter surprises her with a trip to the French coast. Still, just friends. They make 3 rules. No flirting, no sharing beds, no getting naked. But the moment Dexter rubs sunscreen on her back, the tension between them heats up fast. They try to resist. Neither wants to ruin their rare connection. But that night, with wine and ocean breezes, Emma finally confesses. She's had feelings since college. She even wrote poems about him. Then she backtracks, saying she's over it now. Dexter already knows. But deep down, they want different things. Tipsy and restless, they walk along the beach. Dexter suddenly strips down and runs into the sea. Emma hesitates, but the alcohol, the night, and his voice pull her in. She throws off her clothes and dives in too. As they splash and laugh, Dexter blurts, "You know, I think about you all the time." Emma lights up until he adds, "But I kind of feel that way about everyone." Crushed, she hides her feelings behind a smile and pushes him underwater to cover her pain. That night, they break another rule and sleep in the same bed. But even inches apart, neither dares to make a move, because deep down, they're both cowards when it comes to love. By July 15th, 1993, Dexter becomes the host of a late-night TV show, dancing on stage with sexy girls every night. Whenever he's drunk and lost, he calls Emma just to say goodnight, then quickly hangs up as another woman throws herself into his arms. Maybe he feels too filthy to stain her innocence. Or maybe he treasures her so much that he doesn't dare cross the line. But then, life hits hard. His beloved mother is diagnosed with cancer. Her once golden hair is gone. Yet what pains her more than the illness is seeing her son spiraling. Whenever Dexter visits, he reeks of alcohol, stumbles like a sick man, and brings nothing but disappointment. She begs him to stop drowning in liquor, to quit the clownish act, and become a proper man. Even his father loses patience, confiscates his car and warns, "Show up like this again, and don't bother visiting your mother." Shattered, Dexter stands in the cold, calling Emma with a trembling voice. But Emma doesn't pick up. She knows it's him. She hears the phone ring just as she steps out. But this time, she chooses to walk away, because she's finally ready to move on with Ian. Ian is a struggling stand-up comic she met while waitressing. He's not rich, not handsome, and clearly nervous during their date. But his sincerity wins her over. That night, they officially start dating, while Dexter's calls keep going unanswered. In 1995, Dexter's mom passes away, yet he still clings to the same late-night job. He hasn't changed, not even a little. At work, he flirts shamelessly with female colleagues in front of his father. His father wouldn't have visited, but after reading harsh headlines calling Dexter the king of trash TV, he shows up. Deep down, Dexter knows the job is loud, fake, and empty, but he doesn't know how to stop. Even when Emma tells him to drop the silly act, he snaps right back into it the moment the cameras roll. Dexter begs her to meet, but Emma refuses. She's now a school teacher, living with Ian. Life is simple, not rich, but steady. Still, when she sees Dexter on screen, her heart aches. The man she once knew is now a stranger. By July 15, 1996, Emma and Ian move into a new home. She pays the down payment. They split the mortgage. It's their special day, Dexter and Emma's annual meetup. Ian clearly feels uneasy, but stays quiet. Emma notices and invites him along. He declines, not wanting to be the third wheel. That night, Emma dresses up and meets Dexter. They smile, but the years have stretched the distance between them. Dexter is nothing like before. His voice, his manner, even his jokes sound like a parody of his old self. Still, Emma wants to talk, but Dexter keeps getting up to flirt, interrupting her again and again. She stays calm until he mocks her for being a teacher. People who can't do, teach. That's the last straw. Emma finally snaps. She's not just a teacher, she's someone who once had dreams of writing, someone who's still grieving his mother, someone who's lost and confused about love. And yet Dexter treats her like a joke. She wants to tell him how lonely it feels to live with a man she doesn't love, but he doesn't seem to care. That's when Emma realizes maybe their friendship is already over. With tears in her eyes, she hugs him tightly and says, "I like you, I just don't love you anymore." Then she walks away. After that night, they go 4 years without speaking. During this time, Emma gets into swimming, and her writing career finally takes off. But her love life hits a wall. Ian's career goes nowhere, and he ends up lying around the house all day. As the gap between them widens, resentment grows. The breaking point? Emma's hidden poetry journal, filled with years of devotion to Dexter. Even after 4 years apart, her feelings haven't faded. Ironically, Ian loves Emma the way she loves Dexter, deeply but hopelessly. He thinks time and effort will win her heart. But love doesn't follow logic. If the spark isn't there at the start, it may never be. Eventually, they part ways peacefully. At the same time, Dexter's glory days are over. TV wants young blood, not a washed-up 32-year-old host. He gets fired. When he complains, his boss reminds him, work isn't everything. Maybe it's time to find someone who loves the real him. So Dexter leans into charm and lands a rich girl. But her family mocks him, his past, his job, even his worth. Still, Dexter stays. He doesn't love her, but she offers stability. Then comes July 15th, 2000, a wedding for their old classmate. Emma shows up in a blue cheapao, elegant and composed. Dexter seems different too, calmer, more mature. Watching Dexter with his stunning girlfriend, Emma feels a pang of loss. While others dance, the two sneak away and catch up. They pretend everything's fine, but their eyes say otherwise. Later, on the rooftop, Emma shares her new book, and Dexter pulls out a wedding invite. She looks down and quietly says, "I miss you." But it's the old Dexter she misses. They promise never to disappear from each other's lives again. They hug, kiss, and part with 1,000 unspoken words. A year later, Emma returns to writing, and Dexter becomes a father. Life turns into a grind, waiting tables by day, sleepless nights with a crying baby. His wife is always out partying, and when she says she's at dinner, she's actually with her lover, in a hotel. The twist? Her lover is Dexter's best friend from high school. The betrayal crushes him. By July 15th, 2003, after the divorce, Dexter is unrecognizable, disheveled, exhausted, broken. But Emma is thriving in France as a beloved children's author. When they meet again, she has short hair and confidence. Dexter gently brushes her bangs, hoping to erase the years between them, but Emma pulls back. She's seeing a French jazz musician. Dexter nearly loses it. He came to win her heart, but she thinks it's just post-divorce loneliness. Though she says no, her heart is in chaos. Alone in the bathroom, she studies her reflection and calms herself in the bathtub. She wants to be with Dexter, but she's scared it's just another impulse, like 15 years ago. She pulls herself together, slips into a sleek dress, and brings Dexter to her boyfriend's concert. He doesn't want to go, but follows. At the venue, he tells her, "I'm leaving in the morning." Watching Emma cuddle her boyfriend, Dexter walks away, this time for good. He wanders the streets, directionless. But inside, Emma is just as lost, because she knows if she lets him walk away now, there may never be another chance. Emma drops everything and runs after Dexter. Breathless, she blurts out, "I thought I was over you." Then comes a fiery kiss. But right after, she warns him, if he ever messes around again, lies to her, or breaks her heart, she swears she'll kill him herself. Dexter promises, over and over. By the Seine, they hug tight, and that 15-year-long just friends charade finally becomes love. Flash forward to July 15th, 2004. Emma grows her hair long again, glowing with confidence and charm. Dexter loses his arrogance, learns how to take responsibility, and how to love properly. Married life wraps them in warmth, as if they're making up for all those lost years. Emma adores Dexter's daughter and treats her like her own, but she still dreams of having their own baby. They try for a year with no luck, and Emma grows anxious. Dexter stays patient and supportive. On this special day, July 15th again, Dexter suggests dinner and a movie to cheer her up. Emma agrees, finally smiling, but all day she feels uneasy. She stares at her computer, trying to write, but ends up with nothing. She goes for a swim to clear her head. Afterward, calmer, she leaves Dexter a voicemail, apologizing for snapping at him earlier. Rushing to make their date, Emma races through the streets on her bike, smiling with anticipation. But then, a truck comes out of nowhere. It slams into her. Her bike crumples. She lies motionless in the road. She never makes it to dinner. Meanwhile, Dexter is at the restaurant, smiling as he listens to Emma's loving message, completely unaware of the tragedy that just happened. After Emma's death, Dexter collapses again. For a whole year, he numbs himself with alcohol. Every time he sees a woman who looks like Emma, he approaches, only to get beaten up. His ex-wife eventually sends him home to his father. Dexter hasn't been back since his mother died. His relationship with his dad is distant. But now, instead of scolding him, his father speaks gently. "You should live like she's still here. That's how I survived after losing your mother." The words hit Dexter hard. He finally realizes his father's been in pain all along. 2 years later, Dexter opens a juice bar. His life starts to rebuild. On July 15th, Ian drops by, now an insurance guy, married with kids. Ian admits he once hated Dexter, thought he didn't deserve Emma, but now he knows. Only Dexter ever made her truly happy. After Ian leaves, Dexter slips into memory. July 15th, 1988. He and Emma wake up together for the first time. They climb a hill and share the sunrise. Dexter caresses her neck, hinting at continuing what they started the night before. But Emma blushes and bolts down the hill. He chases her. They kiss in the middle of the street. But just as they reach Dexter's place, his parents show up. Awkward timing. His mother senses something's up and invites Emma to breakfast. But Emma panics and leaves. She isn't ready. She thinks this might be goodbye forever, until Dexter catches up and asks for her number. Emma gives him everything: number, address, even her parents' info. They kiss goodbye as Dexter watches her disappear into the glowing city, their story just beginning. July 15th, 2011. 6 years after Emma's death, Dexter climbs that same hill, this time with his daughter. He tells her the whole story. She asks if he still misses Emma. He smiles and says, "Of course, she was my best friend."